Hey everyone, welcome back to DC Motorworks, where today I've got three 129 SLs behind me, and let's see if you can hear, but you probably can't because these are some of the best running engines that Mercedes has ever made. Focus of this video is going to be this one here. This is our 1998 Smoke Silver SL500, and both of these are actually ready for sale now. Keep an eye out for that, but we're going to show you around this one as it just got back from detail. But behind me here on my left is a big surprise. I bought another car. I've actually been talking to this guy for a couple years, and unfortunately he just recently passed away, and I picked it up from his brother. But this one is arguably the best spec for the R129 SL for cruising and enjoyment, whereas this one is a lot more fun on a mountain road. This is about the ultimate. But look for a video on that one coming soon. But let's go ahead and check out this one. So 1998 was the last year of the M119 in the R129 chassis. And you can see here, it almost looks like it's not running. This is one of the smoothest V8 engines, to me, in existence. And you can see this one is just a super honest, no crazy shiny silicone everywhere, just an honest, clean car. And that is because this is a two-owner car. The second owner bought this, and I believe we've actually got the paperwork. I think it was 2001 or so, right here locally in Georgia. And it was an elderly gentleman, so we got it from his son. His dad had unfortunately, he's in his 90s and can't drive the car anymore, can't get in and out of it. So he brought it by here one day, and we just couldn't pass it up. The color Smoke Silver is not everyone's taste, but I like pewter colored cars. This is much better than the Desert Silver, which has a lot more yellow tinge to it in the 1999 to 2002 cars. So I like it. And we did a little bit of work to it. You could see while the hood was up there, we did a hood pad, the insulation there. You can see just how nice the paint looks. I mean, it doesn't really have any blemishes, any dings, dents, or anything. It's just a well-kept car. It only has 72,000 miles or so. For something that's 26 years old is not very much. We also did a hardtop headliner. Almost every regular hardtop on the R129, the headliner falls down, but we did it with the correct vinyl material there. And you can see we've even got the original floor mats, and this one has some of the nicest center console wood that I have seen in a long time. Has a very deep color, has a nice shine to it, and you may see in like the older one there, it is a little more faded in comparison. One thing of note on R129 SLs, or many sports cars in general with heavy side bolsters on the seats, is the amount of wear from the driver getting in and out here. You can see this one is very minimal. There are no holes. The stitching is all intact, which in comparison to a 180,000 mile SL500 has a little bit more wear, just so you can see the difference. So just started to split the seam there. Hopefully I can repair this and keep it going for a little while longer. Or we can do like we did on the Japanese car, where we replaced the seat covers in their entirety. So here we are at the car. If you're familiar with a 129 SL, there is no glove box. All you get here is the airbag. But behind the seats here, you have your parcel shelf with the two storage compartments, which we showed earlier. But the one on that side on the later models houses the Bose subwoofer, but you get your storage compartment here. See, we've got our first aid kit, which I'm sure at this point has not been opened ever. Look at that. See a bunch of bandages. You can get some cutters. What else do you have here? Waterproof adhesive tape. Plenty of band-aids. So I guess they expected you to get hurt a lot in your SL. But thankfully, you don't really. There is a video kind of demonstrating this car on the Autobahn that it's an old, blurry, like traffic cam video. But anyhow, he was running down the road and flipped it like 3 or 4 times. The hardtop came off of it, roll bar deployed, and when the car still settled, the guy was actually walking away, which was pretty amazing that this car is that safe. But here's our owner's manual packet. So you got the radio card, who he bought it from, at RBM of Atlanta. I actually know Andy Sayers. I won it from when I worked at the dealership. So I will have to make mention to him that we saw this car. Here's our cheat sheet and all that stuff. Your owner's manual, service information book. So every single book. The old roadside. I always love the old roadside. You see, you got a 210 E-Class wagon in the original ML with a 202 C-Class behind there. Some neat tidbits there. I was trying to find the buyer's order, which I have, but now I need to find because I don't know where I put it. I thought it was in here. But let's see if we can find that and show you that neat bit of history. Found what I was looking for. So it was in the packet with the title, which is where we would have put it, but hey, I overlooked it. Amongst many things I mess up, but anyway. So you can see sold here at RBM of Atlanta. That is one of the main dealerships here in the Atlanta Alpharetta area. See, it is February 23rd of 2002. Today is February 29th, 2024, so almost exactly 22 years later. But you can see, who bought it, so forth. You can see the salesman there. Their factory warranty was in place as of 1997, so it would have been past its 4-year 50,000 at this point. See, it's sold for almost $52,000. Oh, he did buy an extended warranty. Look at that, for $1,650. Your sales tax, tag and title, doc fee, so total price on the car was $56,509. But what I thought was super neat was the trade-in value here. And what we've got here, see, he traded in his 1991 Chevrolet Corvette. We pulled up the VIN of the 91 Corvette, and it was a ZR1 Corvette that they traded in for just $10,000 to buy this SL. This is the quad cam V8 that was like co-developed with Lotus for this ZR1. See this very 90s teal colored one here. So I tried pulling up this actual VIN for this car to see if there was any information on it, and there wasn't, unfortunately. I'm sure if I dug plenty that I could find something, but it was just funny to see that something that has become a very sought-after Corvette was traded in for a measly $10,000 on our very nice SL500. So here we've got, our old school dealer packets, so for any of the cars that we keep here, we try to keep these because we tend to lose track of everything we do on them very quickly, and this is just where we keep documentation and so forth. But an exciting thing about this one here is the title. So you can see here it was issued in 2002, 27,000 miles. It's kind of neat to us because we're used to seeing a lot of Georgia titles, obviously, but I've never seen one at this age where they're yellow. Whereas if you see one of the more recent ones, you have this kind of brown look to them. So when we showed up with this, we were kind of surprised. But just one neat little tidbit there, but not as neat as the information we have in the car, which we will go take a look at now. If we come around to the trunk here, see, for a beige trunk, it's amazing not to be stained or anything too crazily, anything like that. But you can see we also have our original wind deflector back here. We also got a hardtop holder for this car. So whenever you have the hardtop off, if you don't have one that hoists up in your garage, you get the standard one from Mercedes. It just sits and rolls around on the floor and it stands straight up so you can push it out of the way. So that even came with this car. So all the original stuff with this car And it's just a super nice, honest example. So you've got your nice map pockets here. Again, this seat looks almost new on the passenger side here. So it's a nice like 65, 68 degree day here in Georgia. So let's do the best part and go for a drive. So first thing you'll notice is just how quiet it is in here. And even in the 90s, these cars were built to a whole different standard than what there is today. And like with the silver SL500, if you adjust its MSRP for inflation, these cars today would have cost, that car I think it was $260,000, and these would have been maybe near 180, 200. So relative to today's dollars, they are very expensive. And you can feel that in just how solid and well put together they are. Get up to some speed here. It's nice and smooth. This one does have fresh Continental tires on it. One nice thing of note here is that the mirrors on the sun visors are not broken. I'm always scared to touch them on 129, so we're going to leave them alone. But they are not broken. So that's a huge plus. Along with your plastic trims here on the side of the visors, super common points to break, along with all of your overhead control panel and your rear view mirror. But this one is just fabulous, just like pretty much everything else in this car. Got the climate control. Sometimes these LCD screens will start to fail, but this one is nice and bright. Our radio, I got to put in the radio code, which we do have, but didn't need to listen to the radio on the video anyway. But it works properly. This is the later Bose system, which is much better than the early cars that only had a couple speakers in the doors. You get the couple there in the back as well, with the nice subwoofer, which is right behind me. You may be able to see the ports for them there. Heat works great, AC works. See, even the white, I guess you can call it lettering, but all that's in good shape, not faded. This is your sunglasses compartment, or some of them had a telephone keypad installed there. See, oil pressure and temperatures are perfect. See, we'll get it. And that 119 pulls strong all the way up to red line, and we're doing 80 miles an hour, just like that. And they do handle rather sharp for, especially something with an old, this is a recirculating ball steering system, not like a more modern rack and pinion, but it is, Mercedes had a way of making them nice and responsive, and it does feel great. And the 129 has one of the best turning radiuses of almost any car I've ever driven. We'll see if we can demonstrate that here in a few minutes. It is nice in the later cars that you get the cup holders. As the early ones, you get a cassette deck here, which in today's world is not very necessary. See, the tambour is in great shape here. Not discolored, everything looks great. Here you've got an adjustable armrest. So if you're a little shorter, you can have it closer towards the front of the car. If you're taller like myself, you have it towards the back. Again, just have a look at how nice the center console stack is here. Nothing shiny has been put on the plastics. The wood is in fabulous shape. You can see how nice even this warning sticker is after all these years. And just no wear here on the gear shift knob. It's just amazing how nice a shape this is in. You know, normally these buttons and so forth, the oils from people's skins even will make them shiny, but this one, it's just like it wasn't even used. On these later ones here, you do have an electric trunk opener. This is just your alarm warning light here, an ASR for your traction control. The next button over here is for your roll bar, which if you look behind me, works flawlessly. And the top on this one is in fabulous shape, which once we get back to the shop here, we'll pop off the hard top and show you how all that works and how nice the soft top is on this one. Because on a lot of them, they get forgotten about. You know, people pull the hard top off when they don't want a roof, and we don't really use the soft top, so it just kind of sits in the compartment back there and ages itself. Hear no squeaks, rattles, not a thing. It's just as good as you would expect it to be this many years later. So a pioneering feature in the 129 is the fully automated hardtop and soft top. So all you have to do to remove this hardtop is pull back the hardtop shaped button here. If you look close, it is the shape of the hardtop. Just like that, the hardtop's ready to come off. So I'll grab a helper and we'll do that real quick. Oh, Andy. So one thing you always want to remember to do is unplug the rear defroster for the hardtop when you're removing it. Just plugs in right here on the driver's side. And Blake here is going to help me lift it off. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. It's just the size of it that makes it kind of cumbersome. You just set it down there. And then you can wheel it around any part of your garage and get it out of the way. Here you can get a nice look at that headliner we redid. And now we can show you how the soft top works. Again, just use that same hard top shaped button. Push it forward. And within about 30 seconds, you are back to a weatherproof soft top. So here you can see the nice brown soft top that is original. You can see you've got your original Mercedes star on the plastic windows here. And these are still nice and pliable. They haven't turned yellow. You can still see out of them, which is a great plus. Another common thing here, you'll see these will curl up, but these are in great shape here. All the edges, there's no tears or anything in it. You can also take a look at the headliner within the soft top. So this is a thing that higher end convertibles will get. You get the headliner to cover the outer soft top. It also has no stains or anything, is in fabulous shape. You can see the mechanism as well. You can see how nice and shiny it is. There's no crazy corrosion or anything like that. Just all those little details. You can see all the stickers here for the VIN. And just show how well cared for this car is and why we're excited to see it go to a new loving owner. See, we even have two original remote keys here, which these are NLA, are no longer available from Mercedes-Benz. And they both do work, which they won't right now because the door is open, but both switchblades work. A lot of times these will start to, the spring or whichever will break and they'll just flop around loosely, but these are nice and tight. But now that we've got the hard top off, what do you say we go for a quick ride with the top down? So we're going to go ahead and put this wind deflector on because it is the best way to enjoy the 129 with the top down. It is amazing how much of a difference it makes in the wind buffeting and noise and so forth. And look at that, we've even got the original part sticker on the cover there. And these are super easy to put on. Look how nice it is. It's nice and shiny. I'd almost say this one was hardly used either. But like I said, easy to put on. Pull that strap up. There you go. Just pull it up against the top, snap it in place, and we are ready to go. And the best way to use this is with the roll bar down and the screen up, because that gives the lower section the screen as well. I'll go ahead and button up this back compartment and we'll be ready to ride. It's just 3 bungee straps that hold it in place. Hopefully it comes through on camera just how smooth, quiet, and comfortable this is, even with the top down, especially there with the windscreen. For taller people like myself, you do kind of stick above, but cameraman's hair is staying right in place. You can always tell the difference in engineering in convertibles by, for one, what we call cowl shake, and 2, just the amount of like wind buffeting and noise and like how the wind actually beats you up when you're driving. On the cowl shake, what we're talking about is the lower part of the windshield is the cowl and how much the body shakes without the roof intact. You can also tell that a lot by the rear view mirror and how much it kind of jiggles around on bumps. But these, for a 90s convertible, are super solid. And like I said, the wind, you know, you can easily drive triple digits with the top down and not get beaten up by the wind. Still, it's just super easy to drive. You got plenty of power under your right foot. These do sound great with an opened up exhaust, but this one, as original and factory as it is, we wanted to leave it that way. See? These back roads, it handles great. You know, there's some body motion, but the tires aren't complaining. The car goes where you point it. You've got strong brakes. And that super smooth V8 soundtrack. Well, we hope you all enjoyed checking out this very original and very nice 1998 SL500, and look for this one coming up on the auction block here in the next coming weeks. Take a look at how tight this turning radius is. We just got a small 2-lane road here, steering at full lock, and look at that. You can make a U-turn without a hiccup. So if you want to see more like this, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification icon as well so you don't miss any of our new videos, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.